I really like the program because they didn't have any surprises built in. For one flat price, you knew that it included all of your books. Two actually international trips, which were really exciting. We actually got to pick where we were going to go.
We're very focused on the international trips now from day one. We start looking into opportunities of using what you've learned into your actual business trips. Although I had traveled internationally a lot in the past, never in this type of business setting. We met a variety of people, and then we went to the US Embassy in Beijing, where we got a really good overview of the business climate in China. We saw some manufacturing companies, shoe companies that were exporting to the international market. Businesses that I would normally not visit as part of my regular job. It really gave me a good overview of what other businesses were doing and how they were successful. Not only do you get a very high quality management education, but now you also learn to see it in a broader international perspective as well.
You get a different style of people that tend to want to go to Baylor. It's people who are competitive and trying to be great at what it is they do, but you're not as much competing with each other. It just feels like a family, and people are really interested in helping you.
Giving you rigorous coursework and giving you the degree, but not in a cutthroat fashion.
And because the class size was small, we really got the opportunity to talk to one another, really interact, really hear about each other's businesses, each other's industries. Everybody has the chance to participate. There's just a lot of insight there. I mean, everybody brought so much to the table. I feel like we're all just more complete. We all made each other more well-rounded.
In the program, I've got a salesperson and I see how he does his selling, and he's a top salesman, and okay, what it is about him, and there's a finance guy and what it is about him, and this guy develops software. Okay, well, how, so I got just the benefit of seeing how all these other people in all these other areas do things, and I'd get back and I'd do a spreadsheet that I learned how to do in class, and I could plug the numbers in, and they made sense to me. I could look at them in a way that made sense, and then I could communicate them to somebody else in a way that made sense.
We have, guys that come from accounting, an entrepreneur, real estate, architecture. We have professionals from different backgrounds, and that was the strength of it. I was able to learn the ins and outs of their industries. They're all experts in their field, and they were able to share with the rest of the class all the little gold nuggets that they have learned over the years.
It is just a ready-made, pre-qualified group of top-notch professionals that most likely are going to lead you right where you need to go. Great speakers, another connection or two. It's just a great place to feel comfortable meeting business colleagues, whether it's law, whether it's financial advice, whether it's insurance, whether it's just a compadre to talk about a situation going on at work. Built-in trust that they're going to be able to lead you in a positive direction.
You don't have to travel very far down the road to find really large programs that have been around for a long time. And as a result of that, I think this makes us a little closer-knit group in terms of the students and the faculty here. The other part of it is just the general atmosphere that was here long before I arrived, and that is our students are very important to us. In fact, they're everything to us. I hear from students that I taught 5-10 years ago. In fact, I have students come back to my classes every year and participate in the courses. We talk to each other on the phone. Email is the first line of contact because I'm never far from that. Telephone would be next. We meet to talk to me about startup ventures that they're planning on entering.
Leading with integrity has to do with how you use those skill sets, right? So we do want to emphasize not just building the skill or building the competence, but building the skills and the competence so that people can act in ways that honor and respect their personal values.
By the end of the year, even that first year, by the end of the second year, within the 21 months when you're standing at graduation, you look back and you really see a different person in yourself.
Working through issues more quickly, I was identifying areas of concern and restrictions and confinement that I was like, well, we could do something more with this, and looking at things much differently than I did when I first started, when I had not even thought about going into the program.
You are asking a different set of questions than you've asked before. You are perhaps, as the opportunity presents itself, in new markets, in new businesses.
I had actually worked for Nokia before. I had quit and then joined another company. That's when I got my executive MBA. I joined them basically 3 years after. The only difference was my MBA program, and I got a 40% increase in salary. So, and I know that that is really typical amongst my peers that I graduated with. So we all really saw a great return for our value.
I wouldn't want to be lost like I was before I went through the program. I don't want to put off succeeding, making our businesses more successful. I wouldn't want to put that off anymore. Just need to go for it. You need to better yourself. It's time, it's easy, it's doable. You know, get her done.